Welcome to my home. If you're new here, my name is Karen and I'm starting my pantry makeover right now. It is 5:24 exactly in the evening. I am so excited. So I'm going to show you what I'm doing. I'm going to paint it out, the door and the inside white. I've been using a color by Behr for my trim called Frost, which I have learned is about as close to pure white as you could possibly be. And I'm going to show you the decals, but it's like floral, vine, birds. And yes, I realize that the food will hide it, but let me show you. See, where you see gaps, you're going to just see this picture peeking through. And for some reason, that really excites me. And if I love it, maybe I will buy more decals and use them elsewhere. There is something about just the mystery as the food goes down and as the pantry gets emptier, which I would like to be carrying less food at a time. As the stock goes down, you see more and more of the art, and there's just something about that really brings me joy. I can't explain it, but I've kind of switched up my, I don't know, I'm just trying to think of all the different ways I can introduce joy in the house. So many of you had said that the curtain that came down to about here, and it was like fully lined, so it was taking away a lot of light. I agree. I like that the length it is. I like that it's super short. It does ruffle a little now, but I liked it when it didn't ruffle and it was completely flat. I don't know why, but I just really loved it. And so now I'm making my own little secret garden behind the food, and as the food goes down, you'll see the garden. Ha! That sounds so cool. My goal tonight is to empty the pantry, and then my goal first thing in the morning, like early, will be to paint it out. I think it will only take one coat. I hope I'm right, because that would be my first video is tonight and tomorrow morning, and then the second video would be putting up the stencils. These aren't stencils, they're, you know what they are. I'm going to say stickers because the word is just escaping me right this minute. So I'm going to kind of lay these out and show you. They have them numbered. I don't plan to necessarily go by the numbers. Oh yeah, they have a map. Yeah, this would be if I was putting it like on one wall. See how they have it numbered? But maybe I'll do like 1, 2, 3, and then in the next section, and then if I need to buy more of these, I will. So I'm going to lay them out so you can just kind of see them in case you missed me sharing this in another video. Oh, because I can't do that because it'll have 2 and 7. Okay, I'm just going to lay them out so you can see. And I'm going to be kind of I'm going to make my own design. They are not the boss of me. But I feel like the tree trunk is the tracking that goes down, and then the branches can be coming out from that, you know? That's my vision in my head. And if I like this, I actually had picked out for my upstairs towel closet, I had picked out some wallpaper, and I've never wallpapered in my life. My husband did the wallpapering, so I will probably need his advice, but I would really love it if I could woman up and girl power the wallpaper. It would be a nice, if I'm going to start with just doing the back of that closet, it would just be a nice first project, I think. And then, oh, I've got so many plans. So Allie from New Hampshire was saying, you've gotten yourself healthier, you've lost weight, so now you're nesting. And I think she's right, you know. I think I'm doing all the things I couldn't do before. Decals, that's what these are. So here's the decals, kind of gives you, it's just the, you know, it does have some flowers, birds, and I feel like, you know, if you're kind of, not that it needs to match because the door will be shut, but can you see how it all does kind of go together? Oh, I love birds so much. And I have started bringing up these Rubbermaids so that I can put all of the food in them, and I'll kind of decide what can go together, what can't, and my family's just going to have to deal with it for a couple days. I think they'll be fine as long as I keep the gluten-free vegan shelf kind of separated. So all of the intact Rubbermaids where I have covers or lids will be going on the table, and then I can take the food out and put it right in the Rubbermaids is the goal. These are going on my desk so that they don't get ruined.
You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. You always thought that you were weak, but babe, you're wrong. Yeah, you better step into the light, just give it a try. Think that it's time you let that spark out. You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. And who cares if you might mess it up? You're stronger than the others think. And who cares if you might mess it up? Go cause you're a work of art. You should know that you are perfect with those flaws. Yeah, you better step into the light, just give it a try. Know that it's time you let that spark out. You've been hiding in the shadows way too long.
My bed's not made because priorities. You know, you got so many spoons a day. I don't care how healthy or sick you are. You don't want to waste your spoons on the bed. We'll do that later. Now that you know my bed's not made, we could just be here in front of the messy bed. Isn't that lovely? So what I wanted to tell you was, one of the reasons I am painting, first I told you I was going to paint it the same color as what my walls are. But then I changed my mind because, first of all, I think it makes sense to have it white with the decals I'm putting up. But mostly, secondly, I gotta tell you the story. So my husband and I went into Sherwin-Williams to get paint for the trim in the doors. So one of the times I was in Sherwin-Williams, they said to get eggshell and not semi-gloss for the walls because they actually hide a multitude of sins, the eggshell, but are still washable, okay? So I bought a gallon thinking I would use it for the door and the trim. And I never buy the best, but I was like second to the best. I didn't ask him the prices. My husband was there too. $80 for a gallon of paint. Can we just let that soak in for a minute? I get it home. I mentioned it in a video and literally everybody was like, Don't paint your doors with eggshell. Use semi-gloss, which I had gone to Lowe's and gotten the small can of the semi-gloss. I'm going to test that eggshell on a door, let me tell you what. And then I can always do a coat of semi-gloss over it. It'll be the same color. But I'm definitely doing the inside of my closets with that $80 paint. Oh, Karen. I know everybody's going to say you could have brought it back. First of all, I suck at bringing it back. Secondly, I don't know what Sherwin-Williams' policy is. We're just going to use it, people. We're going to use it. Maybe I'll paint the 3-season porch that creases in. Wouldn't it look pretty in frost? We're just making lemonade out of my lemons. So here is the empty pantry. Definitely the floor needs to be cleaned. I just cleaned. You probably saw that in a video recently. I will be filling these holes because the unit that was here wasn't actually screwed in at all. So I'm not going to screw it in again. I might see if the stickers there, if I can get those off. I'm going to put blue tape wherever the holes are that these brackets are in so that I can remember the spacing again. And then these will have to be taped off. So the branches and the vine will come out from these is my plan right now. That could change. I need to take the shelves down, wash the walls, and then get them taped off so that I'll be ready to paint. There are no floorboards here, but I'm going to see if we have some in the basement that my husband could put here. And even if I put this all back together, we could still just take the bottom shelf out when he's ready to do that. I also know I have ceiling trim that we could decide to do. I'll have to see if there's enough room between that bracket and the ceiling. The ceiling in here does need to be dusted, but I don't really feel like it will need to be painted, but I do have ceiling paint just in case. Also, these ones that you can't really see because the camera's not focusing well, but these ones that show wear, I'm going to put those up high, and the good ones will be at eye level. And maybe at some point I'll get new ones, or I think I saw on let's see, Clutterbug. She had clipped things on the ends of these, so I might see if I can get some trim for those.
Took the long way back, I took the long way home. Somewhere I got off track, found myself alone. Yeah, I felt so far away from all I've ever known. But you called my name and waited there with open arms. You will never let me go. Robe on now, and got a golden ring.
There was rice in it.
You're providing everything. You're a good, good father. You're a gracious king. I got my hands lifted high. I can't help but shout and sing. Father, you are everything. Oh, and I know you will never let me go. Time has come and all the colors fade. When I see the end and I have run the race. You will stay with me through all the weight and pain, and I'll be filled with joy. Only you will remain.
Oh, I need to take that down.
Yeah, you have washed away
Very dirty. So I want to clean it and then paint it.
and I know you will never let me go. You'll never let me go. You will never let me go. No. You'll never let me go.
This is the state of my dining room now. Maybe I should title this "The Day My Pantry Threw Up on My Dining Room Table." Oh goodness. So Robin went to get takeout for obvious reasons. Mama don't want to cook. I'm going to take my shower and then see if I can rally the energy to wash the wall and tape things off so that I'll be ready to go tomorrow. Truth bomb. Let's get to where you can actually see me. Oh, look, light. I took my shower and I ate my dinner. I took my shower, fizzled. And so I edited last night's footage. That puts me ahead. And I thought maybe they'll forgive me if first thing in the morning I'm going to wash the wall, tape it off, then I'll edit, get this up. Then it will be the doing of the pantry redo. Because I thought one video that's prepping, one video that's doing, that would be very nice. So it shouldn't take me long. Still in the pajamas, which are going to turn into my paint clothes. And no makeup on, bed head. See, this when I take my shower, even if I don't wash my hair, my little curls come out here. Okay, enough of that. Let's get going. I've got Kimmy from the Wads in my ears. And she's doing a home refresh, so she's a talkative girl. She's going to get me through this. And you, knowing you're on the other side of this camera. Thanks for spending your time with me. I really appreciate you. Have you met my best friend, Zep? She loves to clean walls, and she's very, very good at it. And she also loves quiet walks on the beach and poetry. So I'm so excited that I'm able to do these projects again, but I am still a 58-year-old woman, and I do have two discs blown in my back. Who knows what they're at now? Who knows? So I do get sore. Not bad, but sore. And usually it doesn't hit me until I'm sleeping, and I like turn over 100 times because it's like, oh, this side hurts. I turn over and I wake up a couple hours later. Oh, this side hurts. And that's gonna. So I have to tell you about my dream. I had a dream about this person I knew, and I don't know who the person is now. I can't remember, but it was an older man, like elderly, and he had had a stroke, and he was having a really hard time going up the stairs, and I was going up the stairs behind him and noticed that I could barely lift my left leg for some reason. Maybe I was on my left side at the time and it was sore, I don't know, but I could barely lift my leg. And I was talking to him about it and like relating to him, oh, I understand how you feel. I really can't lift my left leg anymore because of an injury and all these. And I think I was also thinking, because we're going upstairs, I was at my girlfriend's house, and I guess I've never updated her really on where my knees are at, because she's been going through her house to beat the band and repainting and kind of doing all the touch-ups, but way faster than me. Because they're, well, way faster than me, either way. And I was dying the last time I went there. She was talking about painting upstairs, and I didn't want to say, can I go upstairs and see? Because that's where the bedrooms are, you know. Not everybody wants you up in their bedrooms. I didn't say anything. And so she said, this time she said, I would show you, but I know your knees bother you on stairs. And I was like, no, I could go upstairs. So she wasn't inviting me up to see what she was doing because she thought I couldn't go upstairs. I wasn't asking because I didn't want to be rude. So up the stairs we went, and it was really fun to see what she was doing. Super motivating for me to get going on my stuff too. So that's my story. That's my dream. I actually been praying that I would remember my dreams, because I never remember dreams. And lately I have been remembering dreams, and it's really been so much fun to kind of recount them. And as my husband always says, usually this one made more sense unless I think about where I was, but usually everything makes sense. And then there's one thing that's like way whack. And my husband just loves to hear about my dreams because it's as random as my brain is. So that's all taped off. Impressed. There were so many things wrong with this house when it was built. I'm kind of impressed that they put molding on the inside. I'm not going to worry about taping that off because I'm doing the same color for the wall and the molding. I'll use this thinner tape here because those are thin, but I know I need tape.
I have walked through the darkest valley. I was lost, couldn't find my way. But then I heard him from within, he who died for my sins. He spoke my name, then I saw his face. Yes, I've seen his eternal glory. I felt his hand when I was astray. I never knew until then what his love truly meant. I was lost, but now I'm found by his grace. By his grace. The burning flame within my soul. The fire in my heart. He is my joy, he is my song. He is right when all is wrong. He's my savior and the light in the dark. Oh, I know I'm on a long and arduous journey. It is narrow and a winding path, but he is always there through hope and despair. And when I'm lost, I'm always found by his grace. By his grace, by his grace. I've been saved by the grace of my Lord. By his grace, by his
Okay, Lord willing, the creek don't rise. I am going to show you a gorgeous pantry tomorrow. I'm so excited. So, rainy day. I'm about to wake Yvonne up. It's 8:30. She said she wanted to go to Dunkin' at 9, and I'm going to buy an edger. I was watching Kimmy from the Wads do her son's bedroom, and she had an edger, even though hers broke halfway through her project. I'm hoping I can find one that she just was like, it was like, oh, okay. I never liked edgers before. I guess I always felt like the stippling of a roller and what the edger laid down looks so different. I liked using a brush better how it looked, but I think because this is a pantry, it's a great time to try an edger where I have the strapping that I'm trying to deal with, the ceiling, the floor, all the things. So we're going to get that. I can't wait to see you tomorrow. Remember, God loves you and I love you too. Bye.